Yellow. It is your host, Little, aka Metawatt here, and today I will be explaining to you what this deck is. I am revealing to your face immediately. What this deck is my own personal pre-modern mono black mid-range deck. Yippee! Anyways, I shall explain this deck tech to you now. First off, we have the classic creatures of this deck. We got 9 of them, but 9 is just enough for a deck. Not gonna lie. The classic creature in this deck, which costs 3 mana, as you can see by these pips here, is the Hypnotic Spectre creature. I don't know why it shows this version, this is an ugly version, as you can see. Very ugly. New border, terrible artwork, ugly. Anyways, I apologize to Greg here in this scenario. It is a flying 2/2 for 3 mana that whenever it deals combat damage to an opponent, that player discards a card at random. Very strong mechanic. Can be casted immediately turn 1 with this legendary spell known as Dark Ritual. Very nice. Next 2 cards are going to be equally good in case you're trying to defend yourself with either high power or protection from Swords to Plowshares, depending on how you feel. We got Nantuko Shade, in which you can pump it up by a single black mana. It's a 2/1 to start out with for 2 mana. And it says Nantuko Shade gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each time you pay a black into the creature. Very good. Can be a game ender if you wanted it to. Very good game ender. Then we have Black Knight. I don't know where we have this artwork either. Also ugly. I apologize to Christopher, I think it says. Yeah, Christopher. First strike protection from white, 2/2 for 2 mana. Very good. If you don't want your creature's Swords to Plowshare, play this card. Instantly gonna be victorious. Swing, they dead. You know what I mean? Swing to death. Boom, headshot or something. Cabal Therapy will be our first sorcery we got a name out here. What the hell is this artwork? Why is it showing all the ugly artworks today? I'm going to ignore it. It has a very nice flashback mechanic of just simply sacrificing a creature to replay from the graveyard, but then you have to exile it from the graveyard. It's whatever. But it basically, you name a non-land card, target player reveals his or her hand, and then that player discards all cards with that name. So let's say you pull out a Duress, You Duress, they have a Swords to Plowshares, and then like some non-creature, they have a creature card you want to remove in the premodern thingy, but you can't because, well, Duress exists. You can use Cabal Therapy to remove that creature from existence, and by naming the creature card in general. Very good. As I already said, Dark Ritual gives you 3 mana for the price of 1. Excellent card. Apparently people want to ban it, even though they already banned Necropotence. Huh? Anyways, we're going next up to Diabolic Edict. On the previous monthly, I did Chainless Edict thinking it was better, but I didn't read the fact that it said sorcery, not instant at the time, which is why Diabolic Edict is, I think, actually better. So, Diabolic Edict is an instant that lets target player sacrifice a creature. So let's say you got mana and it's like, shit, I cannot do anything. And then your opponent plays Gargantuan Person of Doom. Now you got something to do. Tap the 2 mana, instantly kill him. Congratulations, you win. Drain life, one of our 2 win conditions. The other one being Corrupt, as you can see. I love this version of Corrupt, actually. I have 2 promo versions with this. Anyways, drain life, you pay 1 in the black, and then for each black spent beyond the 1 in the black, you drain a creature or an opponent of that much life. Corrupt is kind of different working. It costs 6 mana to deal damage to a target creature or a player. Now it's updated to any target, depending on how many swamps you control. So like, let's say you have 4 swamps and you Dark Ritual one of the swamps into a Corrupt. You deal like 4 damage, and then you gain 4 life to a creature or a player. It's pretty good, man. But you might want to max out on your Corrupt usage. Very good stuff. We also got 2 copies of Diabolic Tutor. I got the OG version, 2 of them. Very nice. It's basically Demonic Tutor, but it costs an extra black and an extra colorless. That's all it does. We got Smother. Very strong removal card. If you want something, if there's like a really specific 3 mana or less creature you want to remove, and it's like really specific, and it's trying to kick your ass, remove it with a Smother. Guaranteed kill him. Stupor. It's like it's like a balanced version of him to Torak. Very balanced version, in my opinion, but it still works out. 3 mana, make him discard 1 card at random, then make him discard another card of their choosing. Good stuff. We got 2 copies of a card that'll most likely be replaced by a sideboard card over here, but it's called Mind Sludge. You make a player discard a card for each swamp you control. So like, it costs 5 mana, you have 5 swamps, tap 5, play that, they discard 5 cards. And that's a shit ton of cards. Anyways, we got 1 enchantment in the entire collection, which is Phyrexian Arena. Why the hell is it showing this kind of text? What the hell? I'm going to read it out loud via an actual copy I have in my deck real quick. Hold on a second. Seriously, that was illegal text. Anyways. What the hell? What the hell is the card? Ah, there it is. Cool, cool. We're good. One moment, please. 1 black. Phyrexian Arena. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So basically, you're drawing 2 cards a turn at the cost of 1 life for the first card you drew, since that's during your upkeep and upkeeps before the draw. Cool stuff, not gonna lie. And it's still a huge card advantage, because it's like the first card, oh, that sucks. Second card, oh, that kind of scenario. And now we go into the lands. We had 22, formerly 23, but we went down 1 land just in case. We have 17 swamps, 3 Mishra's Factories. Very good card if you want more creature-based power, because it can turn himself into a creature. Very strong stuff. So technically you have 12 creatures. And we also got Cabal Coffers, which turns your 4 swamps into 6 total mana, or your 3 swamps into 4 total mana, if that makes any sense. Because you tap 2, and it's out to add a black for each swamp you control. So let's say you got like 5 swamps, you add 5 black to your mana pool, and you still have 3 swamps open. So that's 8 total mana, you drain someone for 6 life. Combinations, people, very good, yes? Now to the sideboard for your amusement, yes? We got 2 copies of Tormod's Crypt. It's a simple 0 mana artifact that just exiles target player's graveyard. If they're playing a graveyard-based deck, very powerful, very amusing, very dangerous against your opponent. Well, and by dangerous against your opponent, I mean like your opponent's gonna be very scared and very fearful when they see this card on your side of the board. It'd be like, oh, you have a bunch of like resurrection stuff, like the hermit, like that weird hermit that summons a bunch of squirrels. Yeet! Your entire graveyard's gone now. Ha ha ha. And next card, Dystopia. Cumulative upkeep of 1 life. During each player's upkeep, if that player controls any green or white permanent, he or she sacrifices a green or white permanent. Very clean. Good spell. Also castable with the Dark Ritual turn 1. Very clean. I don't recommend turn 1 play though. Maybe turn 2 or turn 3 for baiting out the opponent to death. Like bait him out a bit. Funeral Charm. Very big utility tool. Very big utility. You can either make him discard a card of their choosing, make your Hypnotic Spectre go from like a 2/2 to a 3/1, or a Black Knight from a 2/2 to a 3/1. Or you can give one of your creatures Swamp Walk in case your opponent somehow is playing black on the side of the board, like swamps on the side of the board. And it's like, oh, you have a swamp? Can't block this. Oh, can't block this. Engineer Plague, if they're summoning elves and goblins, kill them. No mercy for them, okay? Gloom, another version of like white can get screwed over mercilessly. You can literally play this with a Dark Ritual turn 1, and it'll be like, hey, I can play Savannah Lions. No, you can't. You need to pay 4 mana for Savannah Lions. What do you mean I need to pay 4 mana for Savannah Lions? I have a card called Gloom on turn 1. Your turn 1, you play a plains. You gotta wait for 3 more plains to appear to play one mana white spell, and so on and so forth. 4 mana for a 1 mana white spell. See how strong this is? We got Navino's Disc, 2 copies, formerly 3 copies, but I removed them for a different deck. that for a different format that I want to try to resurrect. And finally, persecute. If they're playing a single color like mono red, kill the mono red player. By the way, if you are able to, you might not be able to, but if you can, do it. Persecute, choose a color, target player reveals his or her hand, and it discards all cards of that color from it. So let's say they have a hand full of red cards. Make them discard all the red cards. They only have lands now. What the hell are they supposed to do? Like laugh at you? No, they're gonna cry because of you. And that's it. That's the deck. It costs like $65 according to the tabletop on Card Kingdom. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. I usually buy off TCG Player though, because that's what my store recommends. Sorry, I had to burp there for a second. Anyways, have a good day. Have a good day.